Injuries, how's Manuel Pellegrini, how's Samuel Nasri, and is Marco Arnautovic okay this weekend? He was ill, wasn't he, for Manchester United?
Yes, for this week, I think that Manuel Lanzini and Sami Nasri will not be available. Both of them are injured. Also, Javier Hernandez has a problem in his ear, so he couldn't work during this last day. And the other players, Jack Wilshere is okay. He worked without problem. And the other long injury, Carlos Sanchez also worked with the squad. So we continue with the long injury, Winston Reid and Andrei Yarmolenko. And Andy Carroll.
And Marco, is he okay? Is he recovered?
Marco, yes. Marco worked with normal the whole week.
And you mentioned Jack Wilshere there. How soon do you think it will be before he's able to play? Could he play this weekend?
We'll see. We'll see tomorrow how he feels. He played already one game from the under 23. We will talk with him, but will be soon, this week, next week. But I hope that he will play some games before we finish the season.
What would it mean to have him back? To have him available?
Well, I think it's a midfielder that we need, because in that position we have so many times all of them injured, as Yarmolenko, Wilshere and Manuel Lanzini, so the return for Jack to the team will be a good injection.
You go into this match against Leicester this weekend having lost 3 in a row. There were obviously some very encouraging signs though at Manchester United. How much encouragement do you take from that performance, not the result?
Well, maybe, as you said, we lost 2 games, or the last 3 games, but I think that in a very different way. Not the same in the way we lost against Everton, that in the way we lost against Manchester United, where we play well, where we deserve more, where we maybe with VAR we won that game, but the atmosphere, of course, is different. You don't add more points, but I hope that we are going to win more playing the way we lost against Manchester United than in the way we beat Huddersfield. So I think that the players must demonstrate now here at home that we are going to finish the season in the correct way.
4 points behind the 2 clubs that are just above you. Do you still believe that you can finish in the top half of the table?
I always say that you must never give up. If mathematics gives you option, you must fight for that till the last game. Of course, in the way you lose more points, it's more difficult. But you have another 4 games and you must try to win them.
This weekend will be the first time that fans have seen the new pitch surround at the London Stadium. Have you seen it? What do you make of it?
No, I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to see it tomorrow because we work on the stadium. But I think that's a good idea to have it with the color of our club. So it's an improvement more.
Do you think it might also help define the pitch area?
Yes, also. I think both is aesthetic and also for the pitch area.
What sort of impact do you think Brendan Rodgers has made at Leicester since he arrived?
Well, the results of Brendan in Leicester, I think they had very good results. He's a manager also that knows the Premier League. I think that Leicester also is a very good team. They had a good players. That's why they won the Premiers a couple of years ago. So it will be a difficult team with technical players.
Are they different to the team you played earlier in the season back in October? Are they different under Brendan?
Well, the moments maybe are not the same. They are now playing with a lot of trust. In that moment, maybe they were not with good results, but will be exactly the same difficult.
Manchester City went out of the Champions League last night. Obviously, a club you know very well. Does that put more pressure on Pep Guardiola to win the Premier League, do you think?
Well, I think that in a big team you always have pressure to win all. Champions League, Premier League, Cups. You know that you have a good squad and you must try to fight and try to win in any competition that you play. But, well, I think that Pep has enough experience to know that.
I mean, do you still see Manchester City as favourites?
I see Manchester. I know Manchester City. That's why I can speak about that. I think that is a club that do all to be the best one. So they deserve to win the title. Maybe another club also can do it, but they have 4 games more, and it depends on just on what they do.
You mentioned VAR earlier. VAR obviously played a part last night in the match between Manchester City and Spurs. It's being introduced to the Premier League next season, but will there still always be controversy?
First of all, I think it's good to introduce the Premier League. And the second, of course, controversy you will have always, because you never see with the same eyes what happened against your team or in favor of your team. But that will improve 3 or 4 important mistakes or offsides of the referee, and I think that that is better for the activity.
Finally, from me, what can you tell us about the possibility of Edin Dzeko joining West Ham in the summer? Obviously, he's a player that you know well. You were together at Manchester City. If you had the chance, should you take it?
I can answer you exactly the same answer that I did in the other 35 players that's before, if they are coming to West Ham.
Thanks. Nice. Can I just ask, are you actually a fan of VAR? Do you think it's good for football?
I think that will improve. It's not, we will not finish with all the problems or all the mistakes in football, but I think that we must know exactly when you must use it. There's a lot of, it's like goal decision, there's a lot of mistakes that is not a criterion of the referee. It's offside or it's not offside, the penalty is out of the box or in. So all those things I see that will be very useful for football.
Because your result last week would have been very different. You probably would have won the game last week at Man United. And I just wonder whether or not you prefer having football as it is now, where there's a jeopardy about a decision being right, or whether you...
No, I think that will improve. We will improve the activity, but we cannot use VAR for everything during the game because we are always reviewing. So I think the rule, how you can use it, how many times you can use it, and when you can use it, must be very clear.
Overall, this has been a really good season for West Ham. I mean, more goals being scored, more attacking football. We spoke about that before. Are you happy with how it's gone? Are you satisfied, or do you still think maybe West Ham should be 7th, best of the rest, as they say?
Well, it's not an easy answer because you have both parts of the... Yes, I'm happy because it was a solid season in compared with the other one that this season, 8 or 9 games before we finished, we were out of relegation. Of course, that is always a good news, especially when you came so difficult season that till the last 2 or 3 games we are fighting for keeping in the Premier League. After that, having so many important players injuries so long is not easy. So especially important players that maybe can change a game. But always I feel that we can do it better, that there's a lot of results that we can improve. So both things. For this season, maybe it's okay. It's okay.
And you seem to have brought a lot of calm to this club, because in previous years there have been managers that have been here and fans haven't liked them, or the results haven't gone their way and the fans have been unhappy. You seem to have brought a lot of calm and almost, I don't know, brought everyone together. Are you conscious that you've done that? Are you conscious that in the results you got?
Yes, I think so. Not only me, I think that the complete club, in the way we work this season, the fans notice the change. That starting for the squad that we formed for this season. After that, in the way we play football, compare it's better or worse, because that always gives the results. But I think that most part of the fans enjoy most part of our games also, including the last game against Manchester United. So there's a lot of reason why, also answering the other question that you tell them, that we must be happy with this season. But I repeat, all of us must demand more for the next one, because it's not enough. You cannot be not thinking that you can do it better, that you can reach another target during the season, and that's what we are going to try to do it.
Thank you, Nigel.
Against Everton, not a very good performance, but against Manchester United, played to your potential. Can you put your finger on why the team is inconsistent?
Because this is football, and you never know what will happen and why it happened. You try to work always during the training, in the training ground during the week, in the same way, at different rival, different moments, the mood, atmosphere, and so many things that you must try to work together to be a good team. And sometimes those kinds